We should be going live. I think we're live. There's a heart with a 4 at the top. I have no idea what that even is. Welcome to Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live, where we're going live on the YouTube channel The Harpery on Sunday, 8 p.m. Central-ish U.S. time, and also on the Instagram or the TikTok channel at Jaw the Harp. What I've been into as of late is what's that? Oh, I thought they were hollering for me. What I've been into as of late has been draw starts, stiff reeded harps, morsing, morchang, traditional morchang. There we go. And what we're playing is for those of you who are just scrolling past, we're playing jaw harp, which is a broad term for these style of ancient musical instruments. This one in particular is a morchang, a traditional morchang by Keitharam from Rajasthan, India. And if you're new to the jaw harp, or this is your first time seeing the jaw harp, comment below how you found us. Well, I guess through scrolling. You probably heard the jaw harp noises before, especially in cartoons, the spring noise. Pat Pearson. Hey, good evening, Pat Pearson from at Jaw Harping Time. How are you doing? I'm playing some draw starting harps. I've been really digging the draw starting harps as of late. The last one we played was a morchang. This one is a morsing from southern India. Tamil Nadu makes it. I'm literally adjusting the YouTube camera as of the moment while working draws. I've been getting pretty good draws out of some of these harps, especially the stiffer reeded morchang and morsing. Let's see, there's one that was really killing it for me. Which one were you? Was it the little one, the big one? Oh yeah, the Keitharam, the small. Whistler Derek says, great sound. I'm only used to the jaw harp. This is fascinating. Oh, yeah, the jaw harp is kind of a broad musical term that encompasses all these style of instruments. This one in particular is another morchang by Keita. These are really, really stiff. A lot of people don't dig these. And I can understand that. For the longest time, I really hated stiff-reeded instruments. But for like working a draw like this in a really high-pitched tone, it seems like stiffer reeds are the way to go. And I seen, oh, welcome at German.Griffon. I'm gonna play one of his harps. Since you are watching, I don't know if he still is watching, but he was watching. Alexander Ovchenko. Not sure if I'm saying his name correctly, out of Ukraine. This is one of his harps, the Tree of Life. I call it the Yggdrasil. Oh, yeah, I didn't, for my morsing, I didn't touch it for the longest time. And then I've just recently been really getting into it. I've really been digging the draws. I'm especially, And Laser Flep 1 says, what is for drink? Well, what I'm sipping on this evening would be, this is Walnut River Angels Blend Coffee Kolsch. This is the Ovcharenko. He makes really pretty instruments. Yeah, really dig that one. Let's see. Let's get into. Let's play something a little bit more aggressively. I don't hammer hard on my Ovcharenko just because they're expensive and can't always get them. So I'm not hammering hard on them. But like a harp I like to hammer on because I know I can always get another one. Is a Sisolka Rabach. This one's in D2. There I'm combining a mute, a rested mute, with an outward pluck. You get that very muted. So I'm hit that, mute, and then pluck out. I've really been playing a bunch of Sisolka for the past maybe 3 weekends. This weekend I didn't play it as much. I was mainly concentrating on my draws, and then I did end up finding one of my Mohan that was lost. It was actually hanging on my wall in the harpery. This is one that Mohan gifted me. I put an order of like 50 or 70 harps, and he gifted me this one. And he doesn't normally decorate them, but when he does decorate them, it's to brilliant effect. Now, there is no difference in the playability between a decorated one and an undecorated one. It's one of the ones you made that was a lot higher pitch. I'm going to be... we're going to be getting some in probably end of the summer, maybe early fall from Mohan. I had him build a whole bunch of higher pitched ones as well. We do have a lot of the Mohan traditional highs left in stock at the harper.com. Mohan for the money, they're really killer. I'd say like $45 to $65 Mohan rivals anything made in Russia from like the $100 to $170 range. Although the Russian harps may be a little bit more decorated most of the time. But almost nobody gaps tighter than Mohan does. Is the McCurry on the website? No, it is not. They are sitting at the Harpery with Porky Miller. Web pages probably need to be made on them. I don't believe the McCurry are yet demoed or on the website, but there's the McCurry. And we are going to have some Steve Kidwald coming, I think, this summer. Some really killer Susap. There's some of his Susap are still on there as well. And the McCurry, they're not bad. If I want string pulled, though, my favorite has got to be a Kidwald Gangong. Pat Pierce says, just receive a Mohan Tails. What do you think of it? You said you had gotten one in F2. What do you think of it? I've got one around that range, and I really do enjoy it. However, I don't know where it's at the moment. And the Mohan aren't going to draw unless you modify them. I would leave a Mohan, though, undrawn because he hits such a clarity with his harps. I'm just... Sometimes I really enunciate the guttural part of that. I'll do it high first, and then I'll come down and be more guttural. I love a Mohan. I have more Mohan, I think, in my collection than any other individual maker. Probably second being like Vana or Gorka, just because Mohan the Rajasthani harps in general are going to be a lower cost instrument, and some of them like the Mohan, some of the Vana, some of the Gorka, depending on what you're looking for, especially if you're looking to work draws, Gorka are really good for that. Where's my Gorka? One of my most famous videos is with a Gorka harp. However, I don't know where it's at. I got too many harps. Oh, you want to see this here? I got too many harps on the couch next to me. You see, I'm in pajama shirt, pajama shorts, and I got this shirt new. I was live last night for Saturday Night Jaw Harp Live in this shirt. We got it from the River Festival. The dude who was selling djembe drums that I bought from me and my son last year was back, and he was selling shirts. I'm like, I don't need a drum, but I do need a shirt. I am a connoisseur of t-shirts. Let's see, what should we play? Let's get weird with it. Let's just play a Yakut Holmes. I think this is by Zhizhanov or Prokopiev. I don't remember which. Let's see where it takes us. The Yakutian. Some old school trance. Yes, jaw harp dates back really old. So jaw harp is very old school trance, and it is an instrument that I use meditationally wise for reaching trance journey like meditational states. I think it's a combination of intention and breathing and repetition is what gets you there. If you want to breathe with me, if you want to alter your consciousness, try to breathe with me. Let's just do an impromptu breathing exercise. So if you're out there, breathe with me, like we would on the jaw harp, and you'll start to feel the change. Most oftentimes, people get lightheaded first. Okay, breathe out, in. All the way out. All the way in. Not with your shoulders going up and down, but your belly moving. Breathe all the way out. All the way in. If we're singing, we'd ha, ha. We're going to speed it up. And it's best, don't do this while you're driving. Do this in a seated position because this will make you feel lightheaded. I find it's better to breathe in this way without the mouth being fully open. Not that, but so kind of close your mouth a little bit, bring your tongue up to provide some resistance, so it's going to feel like you're playing the harp. A lot of people call me Conor McGregor. I'm not. I used to do MMA, like amateur MMA, not anywhere at his level. But I like the comparison. Thank you. So out, in, out, in, out, in. Actually, that breathing pattern, we're gonna go out, in, out, in. Keep breathing with me. I'm going to speed it up now. We're going to stop with the breathing exercise. You'll feel kind of a calming come over you your first couple minutes of breathing like this. And I'm going to caution you, don't do this while driving. I wouldn't even be standing up if you don't have really good cardio, really good breathing. Let's get a little bit weirder. I need something with a draw. We're going to go, I'm going to find my Gorka Peacock, and that's the one I'm going to flow on. So we're going back over to India. This is a Gorka. Happy Father's Day. Oh, thank you. Likewise, Happy Father's Day back at you. Are you throat singing? No, I'm just breathing. And I'll just do that same thing I was just doing on the hummus from Yakutia on the Morchang. I know you're not, but do you? I've tried. I kind of will do a mock meditational throat singing type thing by myself down here, but no, I'm not a great throat singer. I'm not a very good. I can get overtones as well, but I'm not an overtone singer either. But working the draws, man, I've really been. Gorka's a good first draw starting harp because they're stiff, but most of them are an approachable stiffness. Whereas if you start off with a Tamil Nadu Morsing or a Keita, they're probably going to be too stiff for you at first. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Gorkas I have, the Peacock Morsing or Morchang. I'm just breathing in, and then at the end I'll breathe back out. And if I was whistling, it'd be a. You heard that? That's me moving my tongue up and down. I bet doing vocals through it would be interesting. Yeah, I'll do it. It's gonna be a little bit weird for you, but yeah, I'll get weird. If you're into weird singing on top of the jaw harp, you're in the right place. I don't do it often, but yeah, sure. I'm just gonna do some weird guttural noises through the harp as I'm playing it. Smile Dog says, "Yeah, it's really dope, like the didgeridoo." Yeah, didgeridoo is actually an overtone instrument. It's those big, long, hollowed-out termite tubes. Although it doesn't have to be a termite tube, but originally that's what they were. That they blow in there, they'll go into them and produce like a droning overtone, and that's an overtone instrument as well. Although this is a plucked lamellophone, I think is what you would refer to it as. What are those things called? Because it says Cosmic 808. These are jaw harps. This one in particular is a Rajasthani Morchang. Just beware those mass-produced harps found on the internet, like this one, the Snoopy harp, the First Note jaw harp, Grover mouth harp, Trophy jaw harp, and the Civil War jaw harp, as well as the bluegrass jaw harp. Those are garbage. Those will hurt your teeth. Don't fall victim to these on Amazon. These turn so many people off from the instrument. So stay away from the Snoopies. Somebody, Chris, sent a rose. Oh, thank you. I don't know what the roses do, but I appreciate the sentiment. Like on top of working that draw. Do jaw harps hurt your teeth at all? No, my teeth, no, they do not. However, if you have a good jaw harp, you're going to want to use good technique and a good harp with good productive vibration. Stay away from these off the internet. The Snoopy harp and all its common variants, they've been going through and repackaging these because they come out condemning them, and now they're repackaging them, trying to sell them under a whole bunch of different names. Those will break your teeth, and they're not a productive vibration. But a good jaw harp, if you have good oral hygiene, should not hurt your teeth. So why do some call them a Jew's harp? Okay, the reason I think in 1500 something, it came out in print as the Jew's harp in England or some part of Europe. It came out in print as that, as a Jew's harp. It didn't have anything to do with the Jewish people, but it coming out in print, everybody started referring to it as the Jew's harp. They do believe that is because there wasn't much in print in the 1500s. So they believe that came from an older English term of like you or whole or something like that that's spelled similar to that means jaw or mouth. So it's kind of a misnomer, the term Jew's harp is. However, a ton of people call it a Jew's harp. I refer to it as jaw harp or a mouth harp, or just by its individual variant name like a Morchang, Jerome, Brummel, Holmes, Drimba, Vargan, any of its regional names. But I don't really call them a Jew's harp. Not for politically incorrect or correct reasons, but because the first time the NAJH, the North American Jaw Harpist Group, took over what used to be the North American Jew's Harp Festival, the first year we took it back over, which I think was 2017, we took it over, put it on, we call it the North American Jew's Harp Festival. A bunch of people, local people in the town of Cottage Grove, didn't show up because they thought it was a celebration for people practicing Judaism or something like that. They didn't realize it was a musical instrument. So we were like, okay, moving forward, we're just going to call the term jaw harp because it'll attract more people and it is not a confusing term. Can you get to color red? I don't know what that means. There are many different colors. We'll play one more harp. And I'll play something just straight up melodic. I think I have a drimba of Veskovich out. There it is. Here is the Veskovich drimba. Veskovich is a maker from Ukraine. You might even be able to find him on TikTok. I know you can find him on YouTube as well. His harps are very melodic. Oh, I love that harp. Veskovich makes such a good harp. Smile Dog says, seems like there are fixtures in Russian history up around the Alaskan land bridge, but before. In Russia, I think the oldest archaeological find of jaw harp is in maybe the Altai. Don't quote me on this, but I believe the Altai region in Russia. Some of the best harps and the largest volume of jaw harps in the world is made in Russia, especially high quality jaw harps. You can in Russia you can find anywhere from like really affordable harps that are of decent quality, like the Pavel Pokin, which used to be like a $8 or $9 instrument. On up to like really saturated machine cut harps. I don't think I have a glass. Oh, there's one. Like, also like the Glazerin is another. I wouldn't say a mass producer of harps, but a serial producer of harps. He produced, I think, maybe 10,000 harps in the year 2020 or so. So it's a good source for if you want saturation and sensitivity. Most of his harps are not melodic though, just because they're asymmetrical. When you're flat on front and curved on the bottom, it tends to make asymmetrical sound, really saturated, robotic. On up to like really fine works of jaw harpery. Like I would say, what I would put up there, Shipanov, everything Shipanov, Oleg Shipanov makes is just top notch. And of all the makers I've sampled, and I've sampled large numbers from Shipanov, well, medium-sized numbers from Shipanov. One thing I've noticed is most makers their harps vary a ton in quality, timbre, sensitivity, and melodic character. The Shipanov are very, very well done. They don't vary very much at all. He has very, very consistent results. How do you spell it? Like jaw harp, JAW space HARP, or you're talking about Shipanov. Shipanov Vargan, SCHIPANOV. I think there might still be a few at theharper.com. We do get a few of them in. Things are more challenging now because of sanctions and because of Differences in the world now. And we've had several shipments of Glaser make it in the United States and just disappear in the post office's possession. And the post office has assured me that they are not responsible for the delivery of harps. But anyways, yeah, I think we got. I don't know if there's any shipping off left, but we did get some. We did get some Glaser in a while back too. And I don't run the website. My good friend Porky Miller runs the harpery.com. Yeah, it does sound like that. Oh, I don't know if I have a German harp here handy. But yeah, Shippenov are very high quality. Anytime you get a Shippenov, you know it's gonna be fine. He has good bass harps too. So I'll play something very original. Oh, let's see, do I have? I'll play another Russian harp. Where is? I don't know where that one went. I had. Oh, here's one there. Let's get weird with it. Here's one by a Russian maker. This one is Almenchinov. He does some cool things with titanium. Although a harp like this is not going to be melodic. This is going to be very, very saturated because we have a very asymmetrical frame again. Flat on front, milled out on back. And this is his Alien Predator themed one. Even the reed he does. What a bit detail. His harps are super expensive. Can't you chip a tooth with that? No. I don't think I could chip a tooth with this harp. It's so flexible. The harp reed is flexible like a guitar string. However, carelessness on a stiffer reeded harp, you probably could. The ones that are notorious for tooth breakers are the ones that aren't even really jaw harps. The Snoopy harp, yeah. And it hurts to play. Don't get a Snoopy off the internet. A ton of people go to Amazon.com and eBay and get tricked into buying these because they're sold under like 7 different names. Yeah, this is Almenchinov. Okay, we'll wrap it up with that. I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Harper. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, and keep them oiled. Harp out. And we'll end playing a harp by a maker who's no longer with us. This was Alik Stepanov, passed away last year. He was out of Bashkortostan, Russia, I believe. How much is that worth? Probably about $700. And you don't get any extra performance out of it. It's just very, very decorated and very unique instrument. Most harps I play are $150 and less. Actually, most harps I play, the Mohan, are $45 to $65 harps, including shipping. How long are you going to be live for? About another 2 minutes, I believe. And we'll play one more harp because there's one I always like to mention. A good friend of mine, Sean Jones. I believe he's at Sean.Jones on Instagram, on TikTok. I think he's at Meddlesome music. He makes a good harp, and actually, these are the ones that are most often recommended for the weekly Jaw Harp Meet group with at Mark Groudon of Mark Groudon Music. These are the Sean Jones A2s. Oh, cool! I'm glad you absolutely love the Jaw Harp. It sounds awesome. It feels awesome to play, from my experience. Anyways, we'll wrap it up with that. I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, and keep them old. I love y'all. Harp out. And the live stream ended now. Ending the live stream. I'll see y'all next